Well, hi everybody. This is Ethan with Beware Beekeeping. If you guys just came here from our other video, we have seen potential signs of swarming on both hives. This hive to my right, not sure if it's in frame for you guys, but that one over there had a lot of bees, not just bearding, but like all the way up the side, which to me was a sign of swarming, but we didn't see any swarm cells in there. They're still continuing to draw it out, so I think they might have just been hot. This one, on the last inspection, we saw several swarm cells, so we're going to check how they're doing. We didn't really take any swarm mitigation techniques or anything like that, actions with this one, aside from trimming the swarm cells off, which only buys you a little bit of time. Yeah, so we're just gonna check it out. They're both of them. This one's really not showing a lot of signs of anything more than bearding, which is where they go out the front of the entrance and are just kind of flapping their wings to circulate air. But this one did have some swarm cells in it the last time we did check. So we're just gonna see how we're doing today. We're gonna go pretty quick because it is a little bit late in the day, and we're just also doing a status check of how they're doing on this top box here. So this is outside frame, just some bees on it. They're starting to slowly draw it out, but makes good progress there. Just put that up like that. Okay. So,
There's just a bee right landing on my face shield. I was looking at her and she was looking at me. And...
All right, so this is one of the outermost. This is one in from the outside. This one, they're starting to draw out that center of honey, or of wax, I'm sorry, and they're filling it with pollen and nectar, mostly nectar.
I didn't see any pollen.
Yeah, I thought I saw a bee running around with pollen on her cargo pockets, as I call them. But she might have just been trying to find a spot herself. Yeah, so good stuff. Seeing a lot of nectar in here, so this is all good to see. And we'll just keep on going here real quick. I should also point out, I mentioned in the last video, but both hives have been a little bit more agitated, which from what I read is when they're swarming, they will get a little more agitated. And we're definitely seeing them. I don't know if you see them on camera, but they are all over us.
Nice brood right there.
Yeah, towards the top of the frame, there's some eggs too, kind of where those are filling the nectar on that corner. There's some eggs in there, and I'll show this camera to the right here in a second. Look on the right side, or I'm sorry, your left side, a little bit lower. Yeah, you see those eggs?
There we go, in a teensy weensy
so
larvae.
those are all eggs.
Larva. One is a larva.
Yeah, one is a larvae, multiple larvae. So we might, now that I see some like pretty new eggs, they're probably 2-3 days old. I see some falling over. So the queen might have been here if they were standing upright, or maybe even just slanted. But I'm seeing some that are represented maybe 3 days ago, so she might not be here. But that's good stuff. So I did say I was going to show this frame, or this camera. I'm not quite sure if you guys can see this, but I'm just going to hold it still for a second. Hopefully in post-production I'll circle and point and do all the fancy computer technology things to let you to point out where the eggs are on this screen.
It feels like Beta Hive has become more calm and Whiskey Hive is much more agitated, which is a flip from when we first got the two news.
Yeah. Did you call them Beta and Whiskey?
Yes, I did. Because they're brown and white.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. So it'd be Bravo and Whiskey in Army terms.
Oh, sorry.
Your Air Force is showing there, huh? I think they use that in the Air Force. I'll have to
I think it's
that.
Bravo, actually.
Yeah, I know Navy and Marines, I think, use Beta. They'll use some that are the same and some are different. You'd think the phonetic alphabet would be something the same across all the units in the military, but nope. That's a conversation for a different day. People hear about bees, not Army.
Right. Looks like some capped over brood on my side.
Yeah, I got some as well over here. I'm just checking. Oh, I got some youngish larvae on going to be your right side when I flip this over. But, I'm just doing a quick cursory queen check. I see some, I mean, they're 4-day-old. The egg has fallen over and then hatched, so it's forming a C shape. But yeah, seeing it on the outside edges of that, so it's got capped over brood here on the front, and then on these corners here, right, you'll see some shininess. That's all nectar, and then right below that you'll see some early youngish larvae. I'm not seeing a queen. I'm doing a queen check because, frankly, she might be here, but she could also be in the box below it. You know, she might have been doing vertical runs, as it were. Right. Sorry, we are trying to go a little quick, which is counterintuitive, or not counterintuitive. Bees don't like things that move quick around their hive. So it's a fine line, and it's a little bit of a dance that we're doing right now. But we do have some failing light, and I'm trying to speed up my inspections. If YouTube's good for one thing, is I am seeing how long my inspections are. I have a set timer because I have one camera that's just recording the entire time, and I'm noticing that these hives are open for a long time. So this is a fantastic brood pattern. So brood pattern is like how solid is it, cell to cell. So the queen's laying in almost every cell. So that's a fantastic brood pattern. Good to see. That means the queen, at least a week or two ago, was doing very well. Yeah, and that's really what you assess for brood pattern is just how well your queen is doing. It'll tell you a little bit. It's almost like population-wise, I think that hive has actually surpassed us because I'm not seeing nearly as many bees up in this top box as the other one, but I'm seeing the comb more drawn out, which is really weird.
I'm gonna step over here and work on our smoker. I think we're out.
Oh, I got some here in my pocket, huh?
I do too.
Oh, okay, good.
I came prepared.
Good stuff. All right, so we got mostly pollen. I'm sorry, I keep saying pollen. A lot of nectar here. We did pull off our feeders a week ago. So again, that was part of it with swarming was we didn't want them to just pull the feed down and put it in comb and then swarm. So that was one of the recommendations. That is the minor thing I think that we did in terms of trying to prevent it. Not seeing a queen or anything, but that one being mostly nectar and such, I didn't really expect to. All right, go. Just keep going here. See, this is what a lot of nectar looks like, and you can tell just by lifting it up. So they're still drawing out this frame here in the corners, but you see all that shininess in the middle is all them getting nectar. Same on this side. It's all a ton of nectar. And oops, sorry about just bumping the mic there for you guys. I'm sure you all appreciated that. Should probably put like a headphone warning on it or something for that. I apologize. Yeah, just a ton of nectar. They'll make that all honey. And you could tell just by lifting up that frame, it's a bunch of liquid, so it's pretty heavy just picking it up. They're actually, again, their demeanor is very calm. It's so strange. Like that other one's, maybe they are getting ready to swarm. We didn't see any cells, but that doesn't mean in a week or so that they might start thinking about it.
And did you see the queen while I was over there?
No, I did not. A lot of nectar. So they're still drawing out this frame, and then this back side here, if you want to get a picture of that. So they're drawing that side out nicely. I'll show this other camera here in a second.
Got some nectar in there already.
Yeah. So they're doing very well in this top box. Honestly, this is 3 frames from the edge, and they've got it about 2.5 ways filled out. This one side on my side is almost completely filled out. That side they're about halfway. I mean, maybe we're at the point here to consider putting a medium box on top of this one and make that our honey super.
Do we need to treat for mites before we put on a honey super, or no, because their mite load was so low?
Their mite load was too low for me to justify it.
Okay.
So what Mel is talking about with mites, you want your mite load to be below, what, 1% or 3%. So nine mites for a test is 300, roughly 300 bees. So you want less than 9 mites. We were at half that, so we were at like 1.5% on mite load. There are treatments that are safe to put on with the honey super, so maybe we go that route. But I don't want to treat too early because we don't want to build resistance to mites by treating like constantly too early and things like that. So I would more rather, and maybe I'll do some looking. Maybe there's a treatment that'll keep them low when they are fairly low. That's kind of not like a low level antibiotic, but just a.
Do you want to just scoot that one? Put that one.
Oh yeah, that's
Like
good.
the David Burns method.
Yeah, that's a good
I don't
idea.
have to move everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, seeing a lot of good stuff in this box here. Flip this cover over, and I'm gonna set that box on. Oh, I did hear a tone change though, so I'm gonna crack this box if I can get you.
Sorry.
That's okay. I'm gonna crack this box if I can get you to smoke the crack. Okay, so one thing I am noticing, these are waxed boxes. I am noticing they are. It's easier to chew up the corners because I can't really tell where the wax ends and the propolis begins.
Maybe they got upset if I squished a bee when I put that frame down.
I don't know. I heard the tone change.
I don't feel any or hear any crunching, so
I don't know. Maybe it was just kind of hovering over them. I don't know. Bees are gonna be, I guess.
bees are gonna be.
This frame is. I need to shave down my J hook. It's a little too large to get down in these gaps. All right. So they've got this bottom outermost frame. This side is about half filled with comb, and they've got it all with nectar. This back side here, again, this being the outermost frame, they may never really draw it out, but we're seeing evidence that they are. So all good stuff to see.
What's going on down here? Just collection of bees, no.
Yeah,
No.
not seeing cells or anything like that. Good.
Sorry, ladies. Just
Good call.
checking.
I'm gonna put this like that so I'm not messing up that congregation there. Nope. Okay. All right.
Get you some smoke.
Yeah, if I can just get right here where I need to put my tool. There we go. They're all in that, all packing in that area. So I just couldn't really even get my.
It's okay. Hi, baby.
Whoa.
All right. Okay.
Sorry, everybody. We got a couple of dogs that are happy to see us, and they don't know that we have open hives. Well, we'll get back to this. So we're second frame from the outside here. Seeing some open brood, some cat brood. So that's good to see. They're not particularly young. They're probably 5-ish, 6 days old there. Some of it's getting towards 7 or so. They might be getting ready to cap them soon. One thing I'm noticing in this hive compared to the other one, much less drone. You know, like and then this side here is there's just some developed comb here, so not much to see.
One thing that's surprising me is it seems like they put nectar in the cells even when the walls are pretty low, like it's shallow.
Yeah, and they'll continue to build it out too. So they'll make them like really tall.
Yeah, but what looks like unfinished will have shiny. I'm assuming it's nectar.
Yeah.
Because there's not an egg in it, so why would they put royal jelly in there?
Yeah, correct. Yeah, and it'll be really low.
Got a drone right there. Yeah. I'm hoping we can see the queen in this one.
Yeah, we'll hope. We'll see. I was seeing some, not newish eggs. I mean, I see some that are through 4 days old, maybe some new eggs. So she might be around here. So really, when your trick for finding the queen is if you see eggs, just start looking for your queen, and certain different search patterns. Some people say start from the center and work out in kind of a spiral, which is a good way to do it. Other people, it's start from the borders and then work inward. Different strokes for different folks, I guess.
This is a lot of bees.
Yeah, can I get some smoke on that top there?
Yep. Wind is, of course, kicking up right when I grab my smoker. It knows.
Yep. The wind has a sense of intelligence there, huh? Okay.
Just like when you scoot around at a campfire.
Yep. Oh yeah. Like we would always say, fuzzy bunny was our magic word, and it worked about half the time. Half the time it worked 100% of the time. All right. Oh, this is heavy. Oh, I might have squished a bee. Sorry. I didn't get a good good grip on it, and it kind of slipped in my hand as I was lifting it up. All right, we're seeing a lot of capped.
What do we think that is? That capped honey or capped
No, that's
brood?
capped brood. So see how clean you can see the hexagon like border of the wall in there. That's how you know it's capped brood. Capped honey will be very messy on top. We've got some drone comb on the bottom here. It's not looking like much, but I'm not seeing swarm cells or anything like that. Yeah. Yeah, it just looks like comb. They are forming some drone stuff on the bottom, but I'm not seeing major like swarm cells or anything like that. So I think we're okay.
Don't know if that helped any.
I think it helped me.
I see the queen.
Oh, do you? I got an egg emerging over here.
Ooh.
Or I shouldn't say an egg, a bee emerging out of its covered brood. That's always fun to see. You see her?
Yep.
All right, where we got? Oh, yep. She's looking for a spot, looks like. We'll just watch her for a quick sec, see if she lays an egg for us. That's not necessarily part of the inspection, it's just fun to watch. Are you seeing any down in those cells? Are they open at all?
I'm not seeing anything yet.
So she might not have a good spot to lay here. On this side, in this top right corner, you can probably see some of those bees emerging a little bit. Here, hold on. Let me see if I can. Now, you see that?
I don't know where I'm looking.
Here, no, keep it still. Keep it still. I'm guiding you to it. So it's under those bees right there at the top third of your screen. That bee kind of trying to come out.
I see.
I think this might take a minute, so I don't want to keep this open too long. So we'll just get a good confirmation where our queen is again real quick. Yep, she's there at the top center. All right, that's good to see.
Can we get one more shot down in those cells real quick to see if we see any eggs? Oh, I might see something. Excuse me. Okay.
All right. Our queen is on.
That.
Yeah. Our queen is on the top here. So we'll very, very gingerly put this down on the sides here. Actually, I don't want to do this. I don't want to squish her on the next frame, so I think I'm just going to try to put these frames down and try to not crush her on this other frame.
You want to pull this frame closest to me?
Yeah, that's a good idea. So what we're talking about is I don't want to squish our queen on accident, and yeah, I really need to saw down these J hooks. They're just too big for this box, and the way these frames were made. So usually this J hook you can kind of get it under and then pry it up like so. I kind of can't even do that between frames. I don't have enough room in the box, so what I'm trying to do is like hook it on the edge and then pull it up, which is kind of working. But I've heard that some beekeepers will just file that down a little bit, make it a little narrower. A lot of activity on this frame. Yeah, they are. Both sides of it, they're going at it.
I didn't really smoke before you picked them up, though.
That's okay.
That's
No, you're fine. So we're just going to put them down like that, and I'm just going to shift. So we know our queen is on this side of this frame, at least last we saw, so we're just going to shift everything that way to try to avoid squishing her and to keep her roughly where we know where she is. I'm just going to pull up these frames real quick and just check the bottom for swarm cells.
I was just about to use the smoker like it was the camera.
Can you see what's on the bottom of this frame here? Center more is what I'm looking at. It doesn't look okay. I couldn't tell if they're over a bunch of wax or if it was just them all on top of each other, like festooning, or the after I pulled them apart. So a lot of nectar on this side here, and then we got nectar, and then we got pollen on this side. Right now, the current color of the month is orange. Seeing a little bit of yellow in there. So yeah, seeing a lot of orange. I think overall, I think both of our favorite pollen is a purple that is in bloom around here, and we think that's lavender or lilac.
I thought it was Indian blanket.
I thought that was orange. We'll double check.
The petals are orange, and the pollen middle part.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll have to look it up. But we found a nice chart that like tells you what color certain plants are of pollen, so you can kind of know roughly what your hives are doing. All right.
Oh, I got a bee going up my mic.
Everybody's gonna love that. Right.
I think she did a little bit of dive bomb moment too.
Yeah. All right. Seeing a lot more pollen, still orange. I'll let you guys know if I see something else. A lot of caproot on this side.
Just making sure that was just a pile of bees and not a swarm cell.
Yep. So yeah, overall, this one, aside from some swarm cells we saw earlier, like a couple weeks ago, we pulled them off, and they haven't gone back to making any. So I guess they're probably done. Oh, looks like that one they just pulled out maybe a larva, or that was probably drone larva or something.
That broke.
That broke, and they were probably that was probably an undertaker bee, kind of taking it out of the hive. It was a very white, large chunk of something, too large to be pollen, so I'm assuming it was a larva that might have gotten broken up when we were lifting our frame here. Yeah, I was going to say. Yeah, it's right across the top there, too. Good stuff.
I hope I got a video of that carrying that thing.
We'll see.
It didn't even look like a full.
No, it was rather young.
Like it looked broken off to me.
Yeah, and that might have been it too. All right, so this one to me is looking fairly empty with some nectar going in. But we do have some failing light, so that's some capped over brood. All right, I'm gonna flip here. Trying to go a little bit quicker here. Got some pollen and nectar and some capped over brood on this side, and that kind of makes sense. We're a little bit into the brood chamber right now. Interesting. Oh, maybe one of these. So you see that open cell at the top?
Oh yeah.
I wonder if that's what it was, because that looks like it got maybe broken open. Maybe it was during some frame manipulation or something, or maybe it just wasn't doing well and the bees cracked it open.
Sorry, you guys.
All right. So we're seeing a lot of comb on the bottom here. Let me just do a quick look here, real quick, just to see. Not seeing any swarm cells.
Is this a swarm cell?
No, I think that's just drone. That's just kind of a little misshapen. Swarm cells should be up and down, and occasionally the bees will kind of mess with you by putting a drone comb a little bit up and down. So not quite completely vertical, but it won't be horizontal like a normal drone comb. So that was what Mel was asking about. So yeah, not seeing any real activity. Oh yeah, on this side it looks a lot worse. It wasn't looking so bad on my side. So yeah, overall I don't think these guys are ready to swarm, but they might be ready for a medium. It's kind of what's going through my mind. Because this, I'll look at this top frame. I think they were all but these last two, and the conventional wisdom says if they've drawn out 5 to 7 frames, I probably need to start thinking about add. Can I get a smoker on here?
Is that the frame that you're going towards now?
This one right here, yeah.
Okay.
So
Just scooting.
well, I'm gonna pop it up real quick just to see where she is on it. She might not be on this frame anymore, but I just like having positive identification where she is on the frame in case I need to wait or pick her up and move her.
Not seeing her right now.
Well, I'm not seeing her in any of the danger zones, so that means that I can probably move this with little worry. Just make sure she's on that bottom at all, you see?
No.
Okay. Alright, well, we'll go ahead and move this around here. Trying to brush these bees off gently so I won't squish anybody.
She's on my side.
Oh, good. Alright. Oh, good. She's in a good spot. So we'll just put that down real quick. And
Real quick, in the technical, not so technical.
yeah, just wanted to get the frame closed off before she could get to the side. So, all right. Well, now that we know she's right there, we're just gonna slide this one back pretty soonish.
And then we'll just pop these two on that end.
Yeah. This was the more drawn out of the two, so I'll put this thing inside. I'll do this side. There's a lot more on this side, so that's probably what they're trying to work. So yeah, they're doing pretty good on this one, I'd say. I'm giving serious thought to just adding a medium box to these guys and calling it a day. It might be too early, but let's check this other box real quick. One drawn. We'll give it a week or so. I'm seeing 3 frames in. They're still kind of working on it, so.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll give them a week or so before we pull that. We'll just go ahead and put this on and call it a day. So if I can just get the edges too, if you can try to get that with this wind. Alrighty.
How are we looking on that? We're on the base on the cinder block. How is that looking on your side?
It's got a little overhang, but we're fine. Yeah,
Okay.
this thing's so long, I don't really worry about it. All right, so yeah, that's where we're at with this one. This side looking really good. I think we'll just put a screen top on it and crack it open just to give them a little bit of ventilation. It's been pretty hot here in Central Texas, so I think the bees need just to kind of keep cool a little bit. But that's what we got for today. Again, thanks for watching, everybody. Like, subscribe, do all that good stuff that everybody else asked you to do. And I'll see you guys in the next video.